Customizing your AC will take over your life. You'll spend 80 hours playing the game and 160 just sitting in the parts store and the decal shop. The movement is amazing. I love dashing in and out. A laser beam comes in and you gotta go dodge left, some missiles, so you dodge right. You got incoming, a small arms fire. You can use a shield. There's just so many things you can put on your AC that influences how you play. If you play fast, if you play slow, if you hover, do you have rail guns? Are you in and out with submachine guns? Do you go in with the sword and do a lot of stun damage? So movement is very important, but to complement your movement, you have to synchronize your weapons. So which weapons are you going to use? Like I said, are you going to use rocket launchers? Well, if you use a rocket launcher, then it's going to mess up your light build. You're not going to be able to have a lot of EN, and EN allows you, it's pretty much energy, and that allows you to zip in, out, left, right, in and around mechs. The levels are pretty interesting. So far in the beginning, we've had multiple tasks to do. We had to take down a big eye. We had to search for combat logs that were being scouted by other companies. So there's a variety of things to do there. I'm not too deep in the game. I'm probably about maybe 6 or 7 hours into the game already. And I would say maybe half of that is probably customizing my mech. Now on to the boss fights. So the boss fights are pretty interesting. You have like these mini boss fights. There's these special combat logs that you have to get from certain people, and those are the mini boss fights. Also, you have the main boss fights, and some bosses have different mechanics, right? Maybe they'll be heavily armored in the front. Maybe you gotta go around and hit them in their weak spot because they're super heavily armored in the front, and you're not gonna do any stun damage or any damage at all. The difficulty isn't too crazy. I would say the learning curve, and I still need to learn more now, is the movement. I also like the fact that when something critical or that something that's going to do damage to you is incoming and it's close to you, you hear like a warning noise, and it's really cool. And if you could react to that warning noise and dodge or do your shield or do the many options that AC offers you, you could mitigate that damage or dodge it. And it's really cool. And for me, beginning AC player, I feel like that's a deciding factor of whether or not you're a good AC pilot or not. Also managing your EN, because flying is super important in this game. When a rocket gets launched at you and it hits the floor, the blast damage can still get you. But when you're flying in the air and you dodge a rocket, well, you're not on the floor, so no blast damage, and the rocket just goes right past you. And I feel like that is super, super important. But yeah, utilizing your tools on your AC, your movement, I feel like that's the difficulty there. But the bosses aren't really too difficult, but they do propose a challenge, and you have to work your way around the boss. So yeah, overall, first impressions of AC6, it's fun. And once you get the part shop unlocked, you're going to be in there for hours. And here's guys, it's Cat Named Dog. If you want to see me playing Armored Core 6, follow me on Twitch at catnameddogttv.com. Or yeah, on Twitch, whatever.